Hello and welcome to another video. So today I'm gonna tell you a story about the Lost Valley. So let's begin. So once upon a time, deep in a steamy jungle, there was a secret valley that had lain undistributed since life on Earth began. A few local people knew about the valley, but they kept it well away. You see, stories had been told that terrifying beasts prowled through the lush forests. And it was true, something terrifying did lurk in that valley, for in it lived the last Diplodocus dinosaur in the world. One day, a circus owner called Terrible Tony heard about the valley while tracking down the magnificent and wild animals for his traveling circus. With any luck, he thought, his eyes glinting wickedly. The monster will be some kind of dangerous animal that will earn me lots of money. He was determined to find the valley. Tony armed himself with guns, giant nets, and even a lasso. He stocked up on provisions and set sail down the river in an inflatable raft. The farther Tony traveled into the jungle, the wilder it became. One morning, the ground began to shudder. The trees parted, and a giant creature burst of the jungle. It was as long as a town square. If Tony had any sense, he would have run for his life. Instead, he yelled, "Over here!" The Diplodocus couldn't hear him. Tony's shouts sounded like tiny, faraway squeaks. However, it had spotted the bright orange raft and made straight for it. Tony fired a round of darts from his stun gun at the huge creature and waited for it to kneel over. The Diplodocus just shook itself lazily and looked a little bit annoyed. It studied the red-faced man that was irritating him, and then bent down and seized Tony in its mouth. But Diplodocus, being a plant eater, didn't eat Tony. Instead, it tossed him away. Then it picked up the raft and hurled it at him. Tony flew out of the valley and over the hills beyond. Luckily for him, he landed safely with an almighty splash in a distant lagoon. A few moments later, his raft hit the water right beside him. Tony paddled across the lagoon to town on its banks as fast as he could. Then he hailed a taxi to the airport, boarded a plane, and never ever went back to the valley. Meeting the Diplodocus changed Tony forever. He shut down his circus, released all the animals. Animals was finally back into the wild, safely and soundly. And the herd of Diplodocus lived happily ever after. So this is the end of our beautiful story. So tata and goodbye. See you tomorrow again.